What if the most powerful goddess in Greek mythology was born from a man's head? Before Athena was born, the king of the gods, Zeus, heard a terrifying prophecy. His child would be more powerful than him. If you love unstoppable Greek goddesses, even the gods feared. Subscribe. Metis was who the prophecy described, so Zeus swallowed her whole. Zeus, plagued by a splitting headache, had Hephaestus axe his skull open. From the crack in Zeus's skull burst Athena, fully grown and wearing armor. She became the goddess of wisdom, strategy, and war, and the divine protector of the city of Athens, the girl who ate the forbidden pomegranate. Persephone was the goddess of spring, daughter of Zeus and Demeter, abducted by Hades. She was taken to the underworld to be his queen. Her heartbroken mother, the goddess of the harvest, let the earth fall into a deep winter. Zeus intervened, but Persephone had eaten pomegranate seeds, binding her to the underworld for part of the year. Her annual return to the surface brings the spring and summer seasons. Persephone became a powerful queen, ruling over the dead and symbolizing life, death, and rebirth. Which Greek god should we reveal next? Imagine the goddess of love secretly falling for the god of war and getting caught by the entire pantheon. Aphrodite was married to the smith god Hephaestus, which she secretly loved Ares, the god of war. When Hephaestus discovered the affair, he forged an invisible net, stronger than iron, and set it as a trap. Subscribe if you want more Greek mythology scandals like this. When Aphrodite and Ares met again, the net snapped shut, trapping them together. Hephaestus called the gods to watch, and Olympus erupted in laughter at the lovers caught in the act. The Titan who defied Zeus for mankind. Prometheus saw humanity shivering in the dark, and he chose compassion over obedience. He stole fire from the heavens, a gift of knowledge, warmth, and progress. For this act of rebellion, Zeus condemned him to eternal torment, chained to a rock. But through his sacrifice, civilization was born, proving that one act of courage can illuminate the world. Which Greek god should we reveal next? Before the Olympians ruled, there was a goddess even they respected. Her name was Hecate, the goddess of magic, darkness, and the crossroads. When Zeus took power, he didn't destroy her like the others. He gave her even more power. If you love dark Greek goddesses, subscribe. She could control the sky, the earth, and the underworld, and was the only goddess who could walk freely between all three. So tell me, would you trust a goddess of darkness or fear her? What if a witch could turn an entire army into pigs with just a drink? After the fall of Troy, the hero Odysseus and his crew landed on the island of the powerful sorceress Circe. She welcomed his men with food and wine, but the moment they drank it, she used magic to transform them into pigs. If you love unstoppable gods and witches like Circe, subscribe for more Greek mythology. Hermes gifted Odysseus an herb that made him spellproof during the rescue of his crew. Circe tried to enchant him too, but her magic failed. Impressed by his strength and courage, she restored his crew and hosted them for a year before their departure. What if your punishment was doing the same impossible task forever? In Greek mythology, the cunning king Sisyphus was famous for cheating death. He even tricked the god Thanatos, stopping people from dying at all. The gods were furious. 8. If you love dark stories from Greek mythology, subscribe for more myths. So Zeus condemned Sisyphus to the ultimate punishment in the underworld ruled by Hades. He had to push a massive boulder up a steep mountain, but every time he reached the top, stone rolled all the way back down, and he had to start again, forever. Because of this, an endless, pointless task is still called a Sisyphean punishment today. What if the greatest warrior in all of history was brought down by the one tiny spot he could unprotect? I'm talking about Achilles, the most feared hero of the Trojan War. His story is incredible. When he was a baby, his mother, a goddess named Thetis, dipped him in the magical river Styx to make him completely invincible. The water touched every part of him, making his skin like iron, except for one small spot where she held him, his heel. As a warrior, Achilles was a force of nature, almost unstoppable, taking down countless enemies on the battlefield. But then, during the height of the Trojan War, the Prince of Troy, Paris, fired an arrow. Guided by the god Apollo, that arrow flew straight and true, striking Achilles in the only place he could ever be harmed. And that's why today, when we talk about someone's hidden weakness, we call it their Achilles heel. It's a powerful reminder that even the strongest among us have a vulnerability. Thanks for watching. She was cursed, and one look at her would turn you to stone. Medusa, once a beautiful priestess serving in Athena's temple, was an object of desire for many, including the sea god Poseidon. Was violated by the god within the sacred walls. She faced not pity, but punishment from the enraged goddess Athena, who transformed her into a fearsome gorgon with snakes for hair. Her gaze now petrified any mortal who dared to meet it. Many warriors sought to claim her head, but all failed, becoming lifeless statues in her lair. It was the hero Perseus, armed with a mirrored shield and divine gifts, who finally managed to slay her, ending her tragic reign. Medusa's story reminds us the thin line between divine justice and cruelty. Which Greek myth should we reveal next? What if a monster was trapped in a maze and fed human sacrifices? The creature was the Minotaur, a terrifying monster with the body of a man and the head of a bull. To hide the beast, King Minos built a massive labyrinth designed by the genius inventor Daedalus. For years, victims were sent inside, until the hero Theseus entered the maze to face the monster. With just courage and a thread to guide him out, Theseus defeated the Minotaur. Could you escape the labyrinth? Comment below. He was the most beautiful man in Greece, but he died of thirst, staring at his own reflection. Narcissus famously rejected every suitor, including the Oread Echo, as punishment. The goddess Nemesis cursed him to fall in love with someone he could never possess himself. If you love dark stories from Greek mythology, subscribe for more myths enchanted by his own image in a pool of water. He refused to eat or sleep, eventually wasting away until he transformed into the pale, drooping flower that bears his name. It is the ultimate cautionary tale about the high cost of vanity. Most people think he's the villain of Greek mythology, but the truth about Hades might surprise you. Hades was the brother of Zeus and Poseidon. After defeating the Titans, the three brothers divided the universe. Zeus took the sky, Poseidon ruled the sea, and Hades became king of the Underworld, the land of the dead. But unlike what movies show, Hades wasn't evil. His job was simply to keep the balance between life and death. So tell me, was Hades misunderstood or truly terrifying? Which Greek myth should we reveal next? She was the most terrifying goddess in Greek mythology. Even Zeus feared her. Nyx, the primordial goddess of the night, emerged at the dawn of creation, born from chaos itself. She ruled the darkness and gave birth to mysterious entities like death, sleep, dreams, and fate. Even Zeus feared her power, even refusing to enter her home in Tartarus. Nyx embodies the unknown, the hidden, and the night that comes for everyone, by reminding us that even in light, darkness is never far away. Like and subscribe for more mythology lore. Most people think he's the villain of Greek mythology, but the truth about Hades might surprise you. Hades was the brother of Zeus and Poseidon. After defeating the Titans, the three brothers divided the universe. Zeus took the sky, Poseidon ruled the sea, and Hades became king of the Underworld, the land of the dead. But unlike what movies show, Hades wasn't evil. His job was simply to keep the balance between life and death. So tell me, is Hades misunderstood or truly terrifying? Which Greek god should we reveal next? Ever heard of a baby born fully grown from a god's skull? Zeus swallowed Metis, the goddess of wisdom, because a prophecy said her child would be more powerful than him. He thought he could outsmart fate and avoid being overthrown. Zeus's skull-splitting migraine ended with a shock. Athena burst from his head, fully grown and armed for battle. Fun fact, that's why Athena is considered the goddess of wisdom and strategies. She was literally born from the mind of Zeus himself. Would you want a goddess popping out of your head? Comment below. What if the reason we have winter started with a mother's heartbreak? Demeter, sister of Zeus, was the Greek goddess of agriculture, sacred law, and the harvest, overseeing the earth's fertility and human nourishment. One day, her beloved daughter, Persephone, was suddenly kidnapped by Hades, the ruler of the Underworld. Demeter searched the entire world for a child, her sorrow immense and all-consuming. In her overwhelming grief, she neglected her duties and stopped the crops from growing. Fields died, food vanished, and humanity began to starve. Finally, Zeus intervened and forced a deal. Persephone could return. But because she had eaten a pomegranate in the Underworld, she had to spend part of every year with Hades. When Persephone returns to her, the earth blooms, bringing spring and summer. But when she leaves again, Demeter mourns, and the world turns cold and winter begins. Imagine being born from a god's thigh, and then becoming the ultimate party god. Dionysus was the son of Zeus an immortal Semele. But Hera, jealous of Semele, tricked her into seeing Zeus's true form, and she was instantly destroyed. Stitched into Zeus's thigh, Dionysus was born twice. He grew into the legend of wine, madness, and legendary parties. Beyond the festivities, he held a terrifying power, the ability to command both euphoric release and absolute insanity. Would you party with a god like Dionysus or run for your life? Comment below. A boy once flew higher than any human ever had, but it cost him everything. Icarus and his father Daedalus were trapped on an island with no escape. So Daedalus built wings made of feathers and wax and warned Icarus not to fly too high. But the thrill of flight was too powerful. Icarus soared higher and higher until the sun melted his wings. And just like that, he fell into the sea below. Which Greek god should we reveal next? Curiosity unleashed chaos on the world. Pandora, the first woman created by the gods, was given a beautiful box as a wedding gift. She was warned never to open it. Her overwhelming curiosity took control, and she lifted the lid. From the box, she released all of humanity's evils, sickness, death, and sorrow. In a panic, she slammed the lid shut, yet hope remained. A faint flutter left inside the box, a comfort for mankind. Pandora reminds us, curiosity can bring both disaster and hope. A single bite of fruit trapped a goddess in the underworld forever. One day, Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, was taken by Hades, the ruler of the underworld. Demeter, goddess of the harvest, was devastated, and her grief caused the earth to stop growing. The gods made a deal. Persephone could return, but she had eaten pomegranate seeds from the underworld. So now, every year, Persephone must return to the underworld, and winter follows her. Did Hades kidnap her, or was it fate? Comment your opinion. What if the greatest warrior in all of history was brought down by the one tiny spot he could unprotect? I'm talking about Achilles, the most feared hero of the Trojan War. His story is incredible. When he was a baby, his mother, a goddess named Thetis, dipped him in the magical river Styx to make him completely invincible. The water touched every part of him, making his skin like iron, except for one small spot where she held him, his heel. As a warrior, Achilles was a force of nature, almost unstoppable, taking down countless enemies on the battlefield. But then, during the height of the Trojan War, the Prince of Troy, Paris, fired an arrow. Guided by the god Apollo, that arrow flew straight and true, striking Achilles in the only place he could ever be harmed. And that's why today, when we talk about someone's hidden weakness, we call it their Achilles heel. It's a powerful reminder that even the strongest among us have a vulnerability. Thanks for watching. Did you know he went to the underworld to bring his dead wife back to life? Orpheus was a musician so powerful, even the gods stopped to listen. When his wife, Eurydice, died, he refused to accept it and went straight into the underworld. If you love tragic Greek myths, subscribe. Even Hades was moved, gave him one chance to take her back. But there was one rule. He couldn't look back at her till they reached the surface. At the last second, he turned around and lost her forever. Myths just aren't story. They're collectible. Don't miss your chance by hitting the link in description.